Due to technical difficulties, the first 2 minutes of the following program is out of focus. However, the jokes are just as sharp as ever, so deal with it. We now return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
It's Late Gerf Tonight with your host, star of Angry Dad Gaming, TheFrank!
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
I love you!
Yeah, well, get in line. Now, thank you, thank you. Welcome to Late Gerf Tonight. I'm your host, TheFrank. Boy, this contest already feels over, doesn't it? 30 seconds in and I've already done more than the rest of the competition. No, we've got a great show for you tonight. Some unnamed musical band is here. But first, let's address why we're all here. The Gerftuber of the Year Award. Enjoy that applause, Allie. Lord knows you're likely to never receive any in real life. No, but for those who don't know, the Gerftuber of the Year contest is a contest held by 16 Bits and Bobs. I'm not going to say it the way he says it.
Ali here at 16! Bits and Bobs!
Apparently there are people still doing bath salts. I had no idea. But this contest is one where different YouTube channels vie to see whose channel reigns supreme. Who has the most skill, the most braggadocio, the most Gerf. And this year-end final sees all the monthly winners go against each other in a winner-takes-all finale. That's right. Yours truly is pitted against 5 other YouTubers. I don't know. Last I checked, there should be 12 competitors for 12 months in a year, but who knows? Maybe their calendars are also in metric in the UK or something. I don't know. No, but yours truly has been awarded a spot in the finals after submitting a performance that has gone down in Gerftuber history. He has the body of a 90-year-old man and the face of a hairy asshole. A man who has the charisma of a potato. A Finnish person who moved to Japan surely because a 4-inch penis seems huge there. Feed me chicken. More like feed me a fucking salad. If you look at him closely, you can still see the impression of the coat hanger on his skull. Yeah, there were some doozies in there. And I almost feel bad for saying them. That's why for this Gerftuber finale, I'm going to change it up. Instead of roasting my competition, I'm going to showcase them and show you what makes them so great. Okay, some of you can see where this is going already. Don't get ahead of me. However, before I do that, I do need to address something. Now, I've already proven that no one comes close to roasting like me, but there have been more than a few imitators. Here's a look at one.
Meet Angry Dad Gaming. He's a serial rapist.
Well, no one ever accused Tulk of being clever, am I right? No, Tulk, I am deeply offended. Not because of what you said, but because you seem to think that this is some sort of witty joke. Jokes typically consist of a setup and a punchline, and somehow you've managed to leave out both. Simply calling someone a name doesn't cut it. For example, I could say that the Rampage Tulk is a pig fucker, and while true, it doesn't really rise to the level. Give your audience some credit, and allow them to arrive at the punchlines themselves. So instead of saying Tulk is a pig fucker, we could say that Tulk likes to fuck pigs because they're the only animals that remind him of his mother. You see what I did there? That one becomes a double roast, because it implies that Tulk not only enjoys sexual intercourse with farm animals, but that he does so because they're the only beast whose smell and appearance remind him of his mother. See the difference? You're welcome, Tulk. Teach a man to fish, they say. Alright, enough about Tulk. Let's discuss some actual Gerfy people as we look at this year's Gerftuber of the Year contenders. Before we begin, I'd like to extend a thank you out to Allie from 16 Bits and Bobs for running the Gerftuber contest this year. Wait, hang on. Those subscriber numbers can't be right. Can you pull up his numbers from our April video? 13 subs? It's been 7 months and you've only gotten 13 more subscribers. Dude, I get 13 subs in the time it takes me to take a shit. 3 days. Which is actually kind of impressive for a couple of reasons. Good lord. Okay, well, let's have a look at our Gerftuber finalists, and I'll tell you why you should consider voting for them. Here we have the only finalist with any shred of production value, Knots Gamer. If you ever loved watching a man argue with himself in a subway, then this is the channel for you.
So how are you doing in here, mate? Have you got me a good time?
No, I haven't got you a good time. I've been locked in here since Friday.
Knots has multiple characters appear on his channel. Or at least, I assume they're characters. Either that, or perhaps the man should get his medication adjusted, I don't know. But regardless, it's truly entertaining to watch his multiple personas battle it out for our amusement. It's like a really budget version of Split. Go check him out. And then there's Rodgy Retrogamer. Now Rodgy is the picture of Gerf. He's either extremely fit or extremely fat, but either way, he's a force to be reckoned with, and one I would never want to offend. Let me know if I say anything offensive. But Rodgy exudes power. Out of all the contenders, he looks like the one most likely to win an arm wrestling match against a chimp, and then eat it afterwards. Powerful, just powerful. The man deserves your vote, and you'll have him grinning wider than the gap in his wife's teeth if you do. Listen, if I thought the man could fit into an airline seat, I'd be more concerned about him coming after me. Remember, you took the first shot, Rodgy. Now that brings us to Tess from Blonde Logic Gaming. Her channel used to be called Logically Blonde, but even she realized that didn't make much sense. This is nice. It's been so long since I've written any blonde jokes. I haven't done them in a while because, frankly, I got tired of trying to explain them afterwards. That's because the blondes weren't getting them, Tess. No, I actually have a special place in my heart for blondes. Did I say heart? Because I meant pants. Don't worry, Tess. I'm not hitting on you. I like them younger. No. Tess is great. She's the only woman ever to win Gerftuber of the Month. And if you feel like that's a worthy accomplishment, go and vote for her. Then there's Galloway Gaming 75, who is an expert at putting in minimal effort into his videos. For example, his entire runtime from his Gerftuber videos are a combined total of 38 seconds. And half of that time he spent masturbating. Hey, don't judge, guys. The man was presumably born in 1975, and it was a different time back then. Or so I assume. I mean, I'm not that old. That's disgusting. But I reckon back in 1975, people were masturbating all the time on video and then posting it shamelessly to YouTube. They weren't as closed-minded to it as they are today. But enough about some desiccated walking cadaver gratifying themselves. We have to get to our last competitor, Marc Goes Blind Gaming. Marc is a gamer who loves old retro video games. Or so he thinks. The poor guy is so blind, he's actually only been sitting in front of an aquarium holding a calculator as a controller. He never even stopped to question why his children were dumping fish food into the TV. But the man has proven to be a master at overcoming adversity. Not only has he prevailed over his degrading eyesight, he's also managed to have 2 kids despite being afflicted with an inverted penis. Quite inspiring, really. In all seriousness, Marc is a super nice guy, and certainly the one out of this group I respect the most. He's got remarkable taste. In fact, he's the one that nominated me for Gerftuber back in April, so you all have him to thank for this. So those are your finalists for Gerftuber of the Year. Well, aside from myself, of course. Do I even need to pitch myself? I mean, you've got eyes, don't you? Click the link here and comment who your vote is for. This means a lot to some of them, and who am I to let my talent and wit stand in their way? I mean, if I were truly concerned with winning, I'd simply spam my much larger audience for votes like a Galloway Gaming. But to me, it's not about that. No, instead I'd rather make entertaining content that won't soon be forgotten. Damn me and my artistic integrity. I do make one little request, and this one goes out to 16 Bits and Bobs. God, that name's long. Shit. If I do end up winning this thing, which seems unlikely, as I absolutely refuse to do any of those bullshit challenges you've proposed, I simply ask this. Don't send that horrid-looking trophy to me. I have a wife and kids, and I don't feel the need to explain to them why Daddy has a golden penis controller on his desk. Instead, if I win, I would like the trophy to go to Rampage Talk, so we can finally see what a penis smaller than his looks like. Or give it to Feed Me Chicken, because he's been dying to sit on that thing for over a year. Well, that is our show for this evening. Click the link in the description to cast your votes. Thank you, and good Gerf, everybody.